Thank you so much for joining us today on Real Business Roundtable. We hope you enjoyed today's episode or get some value out of it. Like and subscribe. Let's talk about competition.
Let's talk about competition. Healthy competition, unhealthy competition, positive competition, negative competition. When dealing with having a competitor in your industry, there are practices that I felt creating an episode just to educate entrepreneurs on things you shouldn't do, things you should do, ways to go about doing it with style, with class. Behaving in a way that's going to not make you look cheesy. I want to show some cheese. All different types of cheese. We have Gruyere, Swiss, smoked Gouda, mozzarella, cheddar. You could be one of these cheeses. Let's give you a case study. Joe's Tires. This is a fictitious name. If you own a Joe's Tires, my apologies. This has nothing to do with you. Joe's Tires sets up shop, operating 10 years. He has the local community buying tires from him. Then Moe's Tires comes across the street. What is this? Why are you doing this? Aside from being one of these selection of fine cheeses, which makes you cheesy as fuck, mathematically, pretty sure my dad's watching. He's a math genius. He would refer to it as math. Mathematically, it goes against you to do this. Even though you set up shop and you feel, yeah, I'm gonna get some of the business too. You're buttoning up your shirt all proud, you know? Mathematically, you are splitting the market with this guy across the street. Yeah, you'd take some business from him, but there are just so many people that need tires within this circumference, or we would say fuck. Within this area, there is just so many brownies to go around. There's so many slices of pizza. So for anybody at home that's an entrepreneur that's thinking about, I'm gonna compete, stay far away from competition. Go in an area that's not being served, that has a population, i.e., demand. Demand equals opportunity that's going to come to your business. By setting up shop across the street, I don't mean across town, that's fine. There are people who live across town 5, 6, 7 miles down that don't want to drive. That's totally cool. I'm talking about the people who set up shop across the street in the most cheesy way possible. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. I see this happen. I have literally seen automotive repair and an automotive repair literally next door, close. Boggles my mind. I go, you just split. Now, here's the thing. If there was nothing else around, it's okay to set up shop. But you're literally going next door. I don't know if something happened where
unless you're doing something different, then it's like,
bro, these motherfuckers.
Yeah, I mean, you can drive down every
I'm like,
city.
what are you doing?
Every
pizza
town
shops,
has a street.
Pizza shops
yeah.
that sell pizza.
Pizza.
Don't go across the street. Now, we're talking about unhealthy competition, so I don't want to go off on Pluto and talk about a bunch of jazz and go crazy. I'm trying to stay focused. Please guide me. Tell me to reel it in if I need to reel it in. So, there's healthy competition and there's unhealthy competition.
So we kind of talked about unhealthy competition, but the thing is that you only really said don't go creating competition.
No. I'm talking about unhealthy competition when if you are going to compete, the cheesy way, the unhealthy way, the negative way to compete is, I'm going to set up shop across the street. I'm gonna sell the same product cheaper. You just created a bloodbath. What is also known as a red ocean. Red ocean. If you read the book Blue Ocean Strategy, you would understand that this is the most stupid direction you could take as a small business owner. Don't create red oceans, because this is what happens. Mine's cheaper, mine's cheaper, mine's cheaper, mine's cheaper. Then it becomes this situation where nobody's making money. It's a huge problem. There is no differentiator. Here's what you do. Somebody tries to undercut your price, provide more value, provide something better, provide an add-on. Up the ante on value. Never fight on price. Price doesn't matter. If someone says, but Mo across the street sells cheaper tires, and be like, does he offer you a warranty? There's an example. Does he offer you roadside assistance? Does he offer you this? Does he offer you that? Does he offer you a rebate? And then they'll go, oh, okay. You offer more value, more value. That's the key. So the other form of competition that I wanted to talk about is copying. If you see somebody doing something and it's successful, okay, yes. But if you copy, now you are this hunk of Gruyere. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
Gruyere.
Gruyere. Gruyere cheese. Let's show.
Gruyere. That sounds like a better way to say it.
I don't know how to say it. Whatever. Hey, but we have cheese here. This is someone who's copying a competitor. Don't copy. Use it as inspiration.
Here's good cheese, bro. Oh, because it's cheesy.
Use it cheesy. You are being cheesy as hell. Stop being cheesy.
Yeah, I mean, and also like another thing too is like when you, and we've noticed this with someone who we know, someone kind of copied their business and used like a very similar name. Look at Chipotle and Kava. Kava is like the same exact thing. Well,
make it better.
I don't know. You gotta be better. You gotta be higher quality.
Stop copying. Here's a news flash to any taco shops that are opening up. Americans like ground beef. I want ground beef. I want piles of ground beef. Attention taco shops. Americans love ground beef.
Is this because you want ground beef?
Dude, I've talked, and I'm not going to name drop, I've talked to taco shops that I'm friendly with or clients or people or projects. Where's the ground beef?
Where's the beef?
Now, I do know that there, for different dishes, that an option is ground beef. Most people like the ground beef. And that also falls under hamburgers. Everyone likes a hamburger. Burgers are extremely popular. What I'm trying to get at is when you're trying to compete, let's say hypothetically as a restaurant, use the competition as inspiration or an idea. Don't copy.
Or be different. Like
so let's
for
remember,
example, be a taco shop with ground beef.
Let's talk about the top 3 unhealthy. Copying. Don't do that. Don't set up shop next door. And do not compete on price. Provide more value. Now, let's talk about healthy. So that first was unhealthy competition. Let's talk about healthy competition where you will stimulate progress in an industry. If you offer a product or a service and you do your homework and you find ways to provide more value, you are going to stimulate the industry to have to follow your footsteps or at least try to outdo you based on innovation, technology, efficiency, overall performance. Differentiators. So let's say you're in the food category, nutrition. Let's say some kind of trend, some kind of diet trend, something like that, low carb, something like that. You're innovating the industry and moving towards progress. Think about that for a minute. That's healthy competition. Because if company A offers something that the company B isn't, and it's getting the attention, then company B is going to go, I have no choice but to do this. I need to compete. That's referred to as healthy competition. You're doing things for the industry. You're doing things for the customer. You're doing things overall just to provide more value. I think that's one of the most healthiest ways to compete.
Yeah.
Is to go into the market.
Trying to better the competition.
Provide more value. Value is that differentiator that will, I'm telling you right now, I don't care what anybody says, value is king. People say cash is king, value is king.
For the customer.
For the customer and the business.
Yeah.
Because the byproduct of providing more value is the business thriving.
Yeah.
They're thriving because you're providing value. You're not just thinking about your fucking pockets. Not a good way to be. Think about the customer, and then the revenue will follow. Another healthy way to compete, aside from innovating, is stepping back, looking at your product or service, and identifying, okay, what is the problem that I'm solving? Are there any related problems that I could solve or somewhat have a connection to it? Here's a case study example in case you're not following me. Let's say you have a salon, but let's say also someone might have some issue with thinning hair. Say a female has thinning hair, and you have a serum that will work on thickening the hair, or you have a special conditioner for thickening the hair. Now, aside from cutting hair and styling hair, you are also offering solutions with special shampoos, special conditioners. You're expanding your offering by diversifying. Now, when it comes to competition, got to keep it relevant. The other salon that's just styling your hair, coloring your hair, washing your hair, blah, blah, blah. Let's say they're not really focusing on the health of your hair or the nutrition of your hair, biotin and stuff like that. Now your salon has a huge competitive edge where you're like, we don't just cut hair, we don't just color hair, we care about the health of your hair. We're about healthy hair. Now, you just offered your customer a diversified solution set aside from the norm. Okay, so now you have other products. So expand your offering. That's another form of healthy competition. Now, don't get confused with providing more value. Providing more value is just increasing the value and the offering within that one product or service sector, within that one thing. So say haircut, say you would offer a haircut with a free wash. This is not really going to cost you anything extra. Haircut with a free wash and a conditioner or something like that to wash it. That is the added value. When you get into diversifying your offering, again, healthy competition, now you're offering other related services and products that support the overall umbrella of what you're doing. Because remember, healthy hair, and I could go down the rabbit hole of a bunch of industries. Now, the third form of healthy competition is friendly competition. Friendly competition is when you have Joe's Tires across the street or Joe's Tires here, and let's say there's a Moe's Tires kind of a little ways down, where if they offer something that if they offer something that you don't offer, you be a friendly competitor and refer them business, and hopefully they'll do the same back. Especially if it's someone the thing with competition is everyone thinks that they need to. Absolutely not. That's how you create enemies. You should be cordial. And if you know that they do a good job and there's something there that might be better suited for the customer, at the end of the day, it's about the customer. It's not about you. There's something that's better for the customer. Why not refer them there? Especially if they're going to get something better over there that maybe you're not equipped to provide. And then you might want to say, hey, mention that Joe sent you. And then when the guy waddles over there, hey, they told me you can do this. You specialize in white walls, white wall tires. And they're like, oh, wow. Joe sent you. Wow, that's really nice of him. So then let's say somebody wants Pirelli tires, and let's say Moe's Tires is not a Pirelli dealer. Oh, you want Pirelli? Go to Joe. Then the guy waddles over there. Hey, you got Pirelli tires? Moe sent me. Oh, wow.
So that's what I was kind of trying to say earlier. Like, instead of creating competition, like create a version of that like create a version of the business. Like for example, pizza. There's different types of pizza, Greek pizza. There's different types. So, you know, and people have their preferences naturally. So it's like, that's,
So the three forms of healthy competition. We have providing more value. We have offering a diversified related solution or diversified related products or services. And then we also have friendly competition. Those are healthy, positive, and productive forms of competition. Again, you don't have to always hate your competitor. I wanted to create this episode to give people an understanding of how to handle and how to approach competition and without being cheesy. Ladies and gentlemen,
thank you so much for joining us today on Real Business Roundtable. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you get notified every single time we post a new episode.
click the like button.
Check us out on Instagram for updates and more. Catch you next time on Real Business Roundtable. Peace out.